game, I guarantee. Is this fun or what?
This is why you lift all that weight.
Get the popcorn ready. Here we go.
Get out there right off on that first series and let them know who you are and why we're here today, to get after their ass. So let's go. Couldn't ask for a better script. Let's go win it right now.
And they won't catch him today.
That's it. We won it.
I'm not a selfish guy. It's never been so I can win or I can wear a ring. It's so we can enjoy success.
To be able to call you guys a champion, it's the greatest thrill I've ever had in coaching. And thank you for what you've done for me.
It's about people that play football for a living first, not just pro football players.
What a tremendous addition to this football team. I appreciate it. You are really special.
If I died tomorrow, I'd say, what a great way to have made a living.
Hello there, 100%er.
How you doing, Coach?
How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Here we go. Here we go. It's going to work. Sound like a pillow fight. Come on, strike with those hands, Victor. Get to him, Leroy. You're going to have to be quicker than that. That's not quick enough.
We're trying to get 53 guys out of this group that can line up and play with the best of them. And there is no easy way.
We have a vision, we have values, we have a process, and we have relationships.
It's the first Eagle radio show last night. They're asking about Richard Blackmore. A year ago, they didn't even know who he was, Claude. Isn't that right?
After all these years I've been coaching, I've sort of defined that's what I'm all about.
How's the old best conditioned linebacker in football?
Doing great, man.
Are you?
It's about people that play football for a living first, not just pro football players. And maybe because I'm older, I look upon them as kids. As in, I think I've got to treat this guy just like I treat my own son.
How'd school go?
C and a B.
C and a B? Good job. Good job. How many more semesters will you go?
I think players appreciate knowing that you do have a concern for about more things, just how they catch the football.
How you doing, Woodrow?
All right, Coach.
Making good communication at home? Good.
I invest a lot of time talking with my players, individually and collectively, outside the environment of football, inside the environment of football.
Hey, what a tremendous addition to this football team. I appreciate it. You are really special. You're really special. And keep that great leadership and the examples you've set for these young kids.
Yes, sir.
Special guy.
The better the relationships, the more meaningful the performances are week in and week out, the more committed, the more compassion that players have for other players, players have for coaches. Bringing it all together into one big family package is a process that takes a lot of time, a lot of thought, but it's the key.
Coach, you've touched everyone in this locker room's life, way beyond the football field. I mean, it's amazing, Coach. It's a blessing to have you here in Kansas City. We want to say happy birthday, and this is your game ball. We love you.
Nice.
I promise you this, it'll be a very, very, very cherished and much appreciated game ball.
Oh, I wanted to be Vince Lombardi.
Everybody grabbing out there. Nobody tackling. Wrap him up. Wrap him up.
I'll tell you something, Leroy. You're not going to get your job back unless we get a better performance.
I can't play you in a big game because of that. You not get tackled.
I didn't know.
They said you tackled him.
When I became a head coach in junior college, I changed the school colors to green and gold. We were going to be the Green Bay Packers. I saw him one time at Stanford. I was working at Stanford as a young assistant, and the Packers had come in there for a workout. And he was all over Paul Horing. I mean, he ripped them up one side down the other. And then when he walked off the field, he had his arm around him, cuddling him. I don't know what he was saying, but there was two extreme personalities right there. What always impressed me about Bill was his ability to think outside the norm. He was never afraid to try something new offensively or all of a sudden do this that nobody else has done. I can remember him being in staff rooms, and he would start with his left hand on a board that would like a U shape, and he would start drawing stuff.
Charlie? He's just going to sprint and try to control a strong safety and give decent room to run in that area.
And I sat there and I said, boy, this guy is brilliant. And I was really young, and he was only a few years older, but his mind, he was so creative. He could put it down and diagram it and explain it so explicitly.
You got any questions about this, just hit one of these two backs along the sideline. They'll sit down 3 yards and a half. They're going to get you 8 to 10 yards.
Geez, what a great mind, and did he help me?
Hey, Bobby! Get tighter on him! You're giving off too damn much!
Going into the 79 season, I wanted to improve our offense. So I called a few people and asked about Sid Gilman. I had met him, I'd been around him, but I didn't know him, and they said, gee, stay away from him. He's stubborn, he's bright, and he doesn't listen to anybody. And I said, God, maybe he sounds like me. Maybe he'd be good for me, because I'm stubborn.
Get us a pork plan out there! Oh, come on, Eddie! Jiminy Christmas! Will you dumb? That's embarrassing. Where's the referee?
He had no problem getting on your rear end, believe me. So I brought him in, I visited with him, and before he left, I said, Sid, come on, let's go back to work. In about 10 minutes, he was ready to go back to work.
Come on, you know nothing. Get with it. Still you don't know it.
We opened up our offense. He helped us improve our scheme, and we went on that year and won, I think, 11, 12 games, won a playoff game. And not only did he contribute to my career, but we developed a great mutual respect and relationship, and I really miss him.
There's nothing an NFL player appreciates more, even when it's bad news, even when it's criticism, than to know he can trust the coach to tell him the truth.
One of the most important things for a leader to be able to do is develop trust.
The only way you can get better is to work.
And if players sense they can trust you, they listen to you.
All we have to do, guys, is stay here. I'm not interested in one great practice and one down here, one up here, two down here. Just consistent. Just good concentration, good fundamental technique, and just keep working on our execution.
If you're consistent and you aren't a phony, whatever it is you're selling, they'll buy into it.
That's it, that's it, that's it. All right, lift that thing up. That's it. That's it, that's it. Wipe it and lift it. Make sure you get movement first, Zach.
My first responsibility is to develop an environment in which all people with talent can excel and go beyond what they've done in the past.
That's it, get up there, Tony! Oh, well done. Let's go! All right, that's it, Zach. All right, good job. That's it, got some movement,
I believe in pushing them and driving them much further than they think they can drive themselves.
Punch, Willie. Punch with those hands. Boom, you're a big, strong guy. Take advantage of it. That's why you got to roll those hips, explode.
When guys make mistakes, first thing I say, did we coach them well enough? Did we prepare them well enough? And if they make it too often, then we're asking them to do something they can't do, and we ought to do something else.
That's it. All right, roll those hips. Roll the hips and punch. Roll the hips and punch. Let's go play football.
I try to take a fear out of making a mistake out of a player.
40-yard line, darts left at the 50. Stumbles forward, still on his feet, 35-30. Angling down and fumbles the ball late. A fumble has been called. Indianapolis has the ball.
Shake it off. But we do know we can go downhill on these guys. Shake it off.
Get them pumped up again and coach the hell out of the things you didn't do well. Explain to them why they threw the interception, how they misread the coverage.
What's happening, you're used to getting hit a little bit now, and you're throwing off your back foot a little bit. Just sit up there, and you might be, with the battered balls, you might be getting your arm down a little bit lower, trying to throw it quicker. You know, does that make sense?
They know I'm going to be there and defend them and back them, and they know they're going to have to go back in and play because I'm not going to take them out.
Run, Jaworski! Now, come here. Come here. I want you to hear me when I say this. You never have to worry about me jerking you. I know it. All right.
They're going to have to work through it, and I'm going to have to coach through it, and that's just the way it is. I believe in you. You're going to learn to believe in yourself, and we're going to play. If you put fear in them that they're going to make a mistake, then they never go ahead and make plays that you can't coach.
Green reads the blitz, finds Hall, right side. Going to put a juke move on O'Neal. Does. Goes right, left, and now gets rid of all of the Broncos. Up the right sideline. Touchdown. Dante Hall went right, left, forward, backwards.
Dante Hall's something special. A fifth-round choice is not supposed to be as good as he is.
Going deep. He's got Hall wide open. 10, 5, touchdown. Kansas City.
You have to give him enough opportunities for him to prove it to somebody because he's not the normal size.
Biggie!
What's up, Evan? All right, buddy. All right. Love you. Love you too, Coach. All righty. Just stay within yourself.
What's up? Try to.
He had lost his confidence his early years in the NFL. And it was my job and our coaches' jobs to get his self-esteem back up to where he could take advantage of these abilities.
Makes the first man miss. Looking to try to get to the outside. He's in trouble, surrounded. Now he gets to the left side. He's got nobody but the kicker in front of him. Hall's up the left side, 35-40. Dante Hall's going to do it again. The human joystick with the touchdown. Kansas City on an unbelievable kick return.
Told you you would. I gave it to you. You know, all them mother really believe in me.
19 seconds left in the game. 23-20 Raiders. And the Chiefs have the ball at the 37-yard line of Oakland. Trent Green is in the shotgun.
The blitz is on. The blitz is on.
Green against the blitz. Fires it over the middle. He's got Larry Johnson at the 20. He's at the 15-yard line, angling 10, 5. Larry Johnson is down to the 1 with 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, counting. 5. The Chiefs call timeout with 4 seconds left.
There are all kinds of situations through a long coaching career that you live with for a long time.
First and goal at the 1. The Chiefs have to decide. Kick an easy 3 to go to overtime or try to win the game on the snap.
I wouldn't want that decision, and I think field goal is probably the safest thing.
To me, it was not a difficult decision. I thought about it, but my immediate reaction was to go for it.
Let's go for the score right here. Let's go for the score.
Oh, you're getting too old for this stuff, aren't you? What are you going to do here, Coach? Are you going to kick the field goal and go to overtime, or are you going to run Larry Johnson up the middle and try to win it right here?
Some guys going for it, some guys saying no. I heard this guy say, hey, Coach, don't go for it. This coach, hey, don't go for it. Let's kick it, go in overtime. I felt our odds were greater at winning the game than turning it over to the flip of the coin and having a 50-50 chance of getting the ball.
They're going for the touchdown. Man, is he going for it. He's going for it.
It's a gutsy call, and if it works, he's a genius. If it doesn't, then obviously he'll catch a lot of flack.
You leave yourself wide open. You know, that decision, if we lose, could be the decision that you live with the rest of your career.
Richardson, the fullback. Johnson, the tailback. Handoff, Johnson, he got it! Touchdown! Kansas City! Larry Johnson on the last play of the game. Busting it in from 1 yard out. 26-23, Kansas City.
Wow, what the hell can I say? Just outstanding. Hey, defense, you battled your ass off, and offense, we as coaches finally got smart enough to find out what the hell you guys can do best. Run down their frickin' throat. Wow, was I scared. Woo. I figured, I'm too old to wait. To St. Carroll, gosh, you talk about an assistant coach.
Carroll's always been like an assistant coach on the coaching staff as part of our chemistry building and relationship building and team building. When we got married, it was automatically assumed we'd be married the rest of our lives, and I would work and she'd take care of the kids, and then the coaching profession kept growing, and she got more and more involved when I became a head coach with my profession. And it became like her profession too, and she was always involved in it.
Drive him, drive, okay, back on him.
Yeah, it was good first morning.
She's
You
what they
approve?
call spirited practice.
When she doesn't come practice, every once in a while they'll say, "What's wrong? We're losing. You're not coming to practice." You know, Mrs. V, they call her. You know.
I like that lid you have on there.
Everybody's having it.
I'll switch it. You wear mine, I'll wear yours.
She's fed almost every football player I've ever coached, from high school right on up.
Guys, I've shared my career, my whole life, with my wife for 50 years now. And I ask her to come down because you mean so much to her. And let her say hello to you guys because she's fed most of you. And she cares about you guys just like I do. I don't know how many head coaches' wives have been in the locker room after a game, but I wanted her down there Sunday so she could share in what I get to share from time to time, a winning locker room. And she's been such a big part of my career.
It's just been absolutely fantastic, and I thank you all for all the joy and the fulfillment that you have provided for us.
With her being an equal partner in my profession as well as our relationship and family, I think it was a tremendous asset. Without it, I probably would not have been anywhere close to as successful. It was an emotional day because I was saying goodbye to kids I love, a lot of them.
I'm gonna really enjoy watching you grow. You're gonna be a great player, great person too. Don't ever lose your work ethic.
Love you, Coach.
Love you too.
I mean that, buddy.
Yes, you got. You're a hell of a coach. Hey, you're a hell of a coach. Just keep coaching and don't change.
You're the best man I think I've ever been around.
Well, thank you.
The fan reaction, unbelievable. It just startled me to know that because you cared, they cared.
Offense, defense, special teams, coaches, let's go! Here we go, let's go!
And now the all-time single-season rusher in Chiefs history, 3rd and 1, breaks into the secondary right side. There he goes, 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 there he goes. 25-20, up the right side, 10, 5, touchdown, Larry Johnson.
They announced you broke the record, then you extended it. Great going, kiddo. Let's just keep the motor running. Just keep the motor running. Well done. Well done. All right, let's go. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Get after him. Get after him. Don't let him up. Don't let him up. Take it away from him. Take it away from him, guys.
John Kitna has been missing throws here. He goes over the middle, pass is tipped, intercepted by Sammy Knight. Across the middle, down to the 41-yard line.
Our ball, our ball, our ball.
Toss sweep left, Larry Johnson.
Oh, outside, Larry!
Trying to get outside. He's pulled down, now moves back to the right. He gets a block. 2 here inside the 10. Larry Johnson pours it on. Dick Vermeil celebrating on the sideline. His final game as a head coach. A career that began in 1959.
Hey, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
It's a great win.
Hey, thank you. Nice going, kiddo. Great going. 201 yards. Just the beginning. Just the beginning.
Thanks a lot, man.
Oh, love you, man. Love you too. I have so much love and admiration and respect for you guys and the coaching staffs, and hey, I'm going to miss it, but I'll always be there. And I think what you did today is a new year, is that you add it to this next coming season. There's a lot of good football left in this room right here, and a lot of great young people.
Not many coaches have ever had the opportunity to go out that way.
Gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it. What a way to make a living.
There's no way you can replace the relationships you develop in coaching. It brings people together, the good people together, and it gives you the opportunity to evaluate people in the environment that doesn't exist in many other occupations within our society today. I'm not a selfish guy. So it's never been so I can win or I can wear a ring or I can be coach of the year. It's so we can enjoy success. And I've just always felt that way. So we can have fun and so we can really share great experiences together.
To be able to call Sizemore a champion, to be able to call Bill Berge a champion, all right. Randy Logan, all right. John Bunning, the guys that have been here all 5 years, Carl Harrison, this guy right behind me, Guy Morris. To be able to call you guys a champion, it's the greatest thrill I've ever had in coaching. And thank you for what you've done for me. I get really close to the people I work with, and they're great people. I've learned so much more about being a head coach than I knew when I got here. I've learned so much more about each one of you guys, and there's so many of you guys in here I know so well. It's great for me to be able to say I know you that well. And thank you for letting me in there. Thank you for letting me in there, To have the opportunity to coach Wilbert Montgomery's, Kurt Warner's.
Congratulations. Man, love you, Coach. I love you too. To the team.
Trent Green's, Willie Rose.
I'll be there when they put you in the hall. Okay? Love you.
To share the experiences, the highs, the lows, the joys. Boy, I'll tell you, I wouldn't trade them for anything. If I died tomorrow, I'd say, what a great way to have me to live.